Hello everyone! Welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please hit the subscribe now. This start video. There have been many scandals involving the Duggar family, who were formerly known for their traditional values and stringent courtship norms. Fans were unprepared for the recent revelation of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's 19th kid, Johannah. Johannah allegedly broke off her engagement to her long-term beau after a frenzy of rumors, confirmations, and shocking social media hints, and then secretly wed someone else a few weeks later. Longtime viewers of the Duggar family shows have proclaimed this to be the most surprising turn of events in their lives. Her audacious move toward independence has some people ecstatic, while others are shocked by how quickly everything changed. So, what transpired in reality? What does this mean for the Duggar family, who are always in the middle of controversy? Let's explore the drama, rumors, and more. Breakup of a Duggar engagement. Out of nowhere. Among the many Duggar fans, Johannah's courtship had garnered the most attention. Despite Johannah's relatively quiet upbringing in comparison to her more famous sisters like Jill, Jessa, and Jinger, viewers have seen a change in her personality in the last year. She started making more appearances on family TikToks, and her smile seemed more natural and carefree. Midway through 2024, whispers began to circulate that she had officially engaged to a young guy who conformed to the Duggar stereotype. He was conservative, religious, and loved by her family. On fan communities, wedding talk was flying. Chaperones, music approved by Duggar, and talks on purity were all things that people anticipated from the upcoming modest wedding. At that moment, though, absolute silence descended. All mentions of the engagement went out of circulation at once. Johannah has begun to forego photographing herself with her engagement ring. Even relatives who ordinarily fawn about achievements were silent. Someone was amiss, and longtime fans could tell right away. A novel collaborator steps up. After that, a fresh development was noted by the online detectives. Johannah was seen grinning next to an entirely other man. Fans of the fiancé were unaware of this. He didn't know the Duggars or belong to their circle of pals. He wasn't the typical expected kind. The news that Johannah had married him come a few weeks later. Unlike the extravagant Duggar celebrations of the 19 kids and counting period, this wedding was supposedly quiet and intimate. There weren't thousands of people at this little private ceremony. It was all on television. No formal statement has been made, not an exclusive to People magazine. Nothing more than rumors, stolen images, and shocked crowds' reactions. This is unheard of in Duggar world, fans exclaim in reaction. Marriage is more than a private decision for the Duggar family. It is a public declaration of their beliefs and the importance they place on family. It is unusual to end an engagement quickly, tying the knot with the stranger. Quite unusual. For example, one fan said, "Johannah just became my favorite Duggar overnight," in the Duggar Snark subreddit of Reddit. Holy cow, this is crazy. Surprisingly, she decided to forego the script. It could be that the younger Duggars are shedding their chains. The first guy's plight is tragic, but this is the type of surprising turn of events that I relish. A number of her backers interpreted it as a rejection of her authoritarian family. Some people were worried that she jumped into a new relationship too quickly. The Duggar fan base had not been this enthralled since Josh's troubles or Jinger's relocation to Los Angeles, though disrupting the status quo. What gives this matter so much importance? For the simple reason that chaperones have always been an integral part of the Duggar family's courtship paradigm. Until engagement, no holding hands, save the first kiss until the altar, no end to a relationship unless God closes the door. In order to keep things simple, preserve innocence, and give the parents full control, this framework was in place. That whole story falls apart when Johannah decides to remarry right after breaking off her engagement. This is more than just love. It's about shattering the traditional family unit. Who has married again? The identity of Johannah's new companion is a mystery at this time. What little the audience knows about him is that he's not a member of the Duggar family's tight-knit religious circles. He supposedly takes a more laid-back approach to his faith and lifestyle. Perhaps the hasty marriage decision was due to the fact that he and Johannah were friends before their affection blossomed. If this is accurate, it would be a significant break from her parents' expectations. On this occasion, Jim Bob, who is famous for vetting and approving all suitors, may not have held the last word. Silence from the Duggars speaks loudly. Posts on social media, montages on YouTube, and official congrats are the usual responses to a Duggar milestone. Yet in this instance, almost no sound at all. Michelle has completely avoided discussing the marriage. Jim Hav's exams have been evaded by Bob. Simultaneously, posting about their children or their crafts has been a safe bet for siblings like Jana and Jessa. No one has spoken out about this marriage, thus people are guessing that it was not approved. The change between generations. Several of Johannah's Duggar siblings are currently challenging the norms of living with the surname associated with religious conservatism and reality television stardom. Johannah is just the latest to do so. A tell-all book written by Jill Duggar exposed the control and secrets of her family. Jinger Duggar uprooted her life from Arkansas and adopted a more modern Christian lifestyle. A less regimented home life has been hinted at by Joy Anna Duggar. But Johannah may have taken the greatest jump yet, going against the rules rather than just away from them. Why supporters are startled. The marriage itself hasn't startled fans. Hannah was the reserved one from the start, so this news has shocked them. Nobody saw her causing a stir. The velocity. Suddenly getting married to someone else is a very different ballgame than breaking off an engagement. Hidden details. Johannah kept this low-key private affair under her own control, in contrast to her older sister's more prominent journeys. Potential consequences. The next step is what? There are a number of possible outcomes. Distancing the family. Johannah might experience a time of estrangement from her parents' immediate group if they disapproved of the marriage. A new start. She may break free from her ties to her family and move out of Arkansas like Jill did. Backing from fans. Fans of the Duggar family are quickly coming together to support her, viewing her as a symbol of liberation. No matter what happens, this will undoubtedly be a watershed moment in the Duggar family's history. A story of love or a rebellion. Most importantly, was Johannah's marriage a simple act of love, or was it also a form of defiance against her parents' expectations for her life? Who knows? Only time will reveal all. This is definitely not the timid young girl that fans encountered in 19 Kids and Counting. Johannah is writing her own story. And for the first time in a long time, the story of the Duggars is not being presented by Jim Bob, TLC, or a carefully controlled public relations statement. Specifically, Johannah is the one who was telling it. Remarks to conclude. The Duggars have been following the same pattern for many years, which includes courting, engagement, marriage, and the birth of children. Johannah has successfully torn that script to shreds. Whether this is the beginning of a beautiful love story or a chapter that will be controversial is something that remains to be seen. But many are already referring to it as one of the most unexpected turns in the history of the Duggar family. The story will never be the same because Johannah Duggar has broken off her engagement, married a new partner, and altered the narrative. And it is possible that this is precisely what makes her story so captivating.